All right, so we got a new 3-player game going. We're doing on the restaurant map, standard one. We got habitat diversity. Not much on the race stuff. So I'm going to look for this one, I think. Again, this lets me ignore one, so I can maybe get to one of these guys early if I've got an animal that requires some sort of, partnership or whatever. I've already got a good animal card. I'm not going to take the hunter, so I'll just take this card. Hope for something better. Alright, clearly taking this one. I don't really like either of these cards. A digging one. I gotta do it before I draw cards, unfortunately, but yeah, let's just take this, I guess. Alright, so the specialized habitat. There are no standard projects that require habitats. However, with the habitat diversity, I'm going to probably be spreading it around. So that's probably not great. And this is also not great either. Different shapes, that's always kind of tough. So I won't be working towards those probably. I've chosen this. This is going to be very good with habitat diversity. And I've got my sponsors at 5, so I can play it right away and fill up some board. I'll probably end up playing this guy first. And again, I've got, I may be looking for cards, but this guy I can certainly play first. That will give me 2, and maybe I decide to take a third one or whatever. Maybe the one I don't have, but these guys are other ones that, like, this is a pretty cheap green. This is a net 15 because he's got jumping 2 for 7, and I get another card. This one, I just boost sponsors, same points. This one's 17, get 2 back for 15. This one costs 16 straight up. So this one's a little bit more expensive, but it doesn't need to be by rock. But there's plenty of rock all over the place, so it shouldn't be an issue. So these are what I'm going for. Wish me luck. Alright, so I'm going to take the reptile thing for this. I've got another reptile. So I plan on, I already know I can play this guy. I know I've got the ignore one thing, but I might be able to get a cheaper reptile, and then maybe I can play this guy too. That's kind of my thought process. So I'm going to do that. See what we get. Well, there's 2 constraints, but I could ignore one of them, and I have the science tag, so it's something I could use. Alright, so I'm going to focus on trying to build this one. I will have to use the animals at the top to do that. I want to get around this as soon as possible. I'm going to build a 2 here, and then place the 1 enclosure right there for the sponsor. At that side, I'm going to put it over here. That way I'm buying more goodies. So it doesn't really matter. And now it's time for the sponsor. There we go. Need the cards removed, so let's move them down. So in the event that the blue player takes cards or something like that, which I doubt he would, but I need to make sure. I mean, it seems likely that the red player is going to want to end the round. So I will simply play this guy. And I'll build if I have another turn. Alright, well I'm able to build, and I will put the aquatic down so I can get a couple income. Can't do anything with that, so we're done. Alright, let's get the association done. Get our meeple. And upgrade. I don't see anything worth racing for. What can I build here? I can certainly put him out. I don't have enough money. Well, I guess I can grab some money. I think I'm just going to upgrade the association. Monster to play, and maybe I can get this guy out instead of this little guy, but I'm going to grab some money. Okay, that'll get me an X token. All right, so I'm going to be able to put this guy up here. And that's going to allow me to clever something. And with these two guys, I'll have 4. So if I just grab this one, that'll be my 5th. So I think I'm going to do that now. And I do have enough money to donate, so I'm going to do that. So I can build the 3 there over the clever, moving the cards down, and then I can build both animals. And that'll get me close to where I need to go. Build the enclosure for the monkey. Goes there, so I can get rid of the cards and have my animals up to 5 and be able to play both my animals. Alright, so it looks like we're probably going to get the habitat at 5. The blue player did an animal at 4, so he only did one animal, and he put out this guy and stole a card from the red player who had more points. So maybe he doesn't have a yellow, but anyway, let's do my stuff. Alright, so we've got $32. I'm going to play 2 animals. Let's do this guy. Jumping 2 gets me $2 back. Let's do that in case I get a cool 1 or something. No, but I need this one for green, so I guess it doesn't matter. Let's do this. We'll grab $2. Do the monkey gang, see what we get. It's not a bad card. Wish I had had that first, but that's okay. And then we'll put this guy down in our aquatic center. All right. Do I want to spend $5 for an X token? Well, I can get money here, so, and I'm going to get 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to get all sorts of money. I think I'm going to buy an X token. Takes one of my cards. That's fine. I've already got all the goodies out anyway, so shouldn't be an issue. All right, so I can play this guy. I can dump him right here by the rocks, get a little bump, and get 2 points for the monkey. And I can even grab this monkey, who I will have 2 monkeys towards. And technically, I only need 2 if I can get this up to the top. Now, this is a 5 enclosure. It is very pricey, but it's worth a lot of points if I can just hang on to him and do him late. So I'm going to attempt that. So I'm going to do this guy and put this down. Again, this is more of a long play, but it'll be worth quite a few points. And now I'm at 5, so I don't need to use the X token to do this. I suppose these guys could both do their sponsor for cash, but that doesn't seem... They both have a bunch of cards. Does anybody have the 5? He's got the 5, still has to lose a card, but he's also got a ton of money. That doesn't make any sense. But we'll see. All right, let's do our diversity and get some income. All right, so I don't know that I need a whole bunch more money right now. I mean, money is always good, but I think I want to build a 3 enclosure here. The removal, though, is enticing. I could get another action at some point. And this could be a long turn. You know what? I'm going to take that instead. And let's take the X's. And do a donate. I think that should work. Yeah. I'm just going to build, and I'll put my cards up at the top so I can do more with it. Just going to put this guy right here. I should get $1 for this and $1 for the enclosure next to it. So some good income. All right, so I have options to maybe snap this card. It does fit the predators, but the blue player has 2 and the red player has 1, so I am just going to dig that card. And then let's see what happens. It's actually pretty nice. Always like to boost the association. I don't know if, I mean, I can certainly find cards better than this card. But but it's not bad, and I have a one already built, so I think I'm just going to snap that. What the heck? And I would have gotten this monkey. Well, that's actually a pretty darn good card, especially since I get $2 extra for it. But well. All right, I'm going to take some cash and let one of these two guys break. They're both at $0. Red's got a meeple, but nothing really to do. Well, certainly nothing would do with it next turn unless he wants to do 2 rep, which I guess he could. But anyway, let's do this. I could spend, 2 X tokens and get one of them back, but I don't really want to lose an X token just cause a break. It doesn't need to be done yet. And if it doesn't happen, maybe I build something here. I don't know. All right, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna grab a building to get me some rep and an upgrade. So I'm one away from this, so I'm going to upgrade this first. So when I build the animal, I can then upgrade build. And now we have to discard. I don't see me getting more than 4 of anything here, and I'm certainly going to get at least 6 of these, so we'll do that. Alright, let's play the animal and upgrade our build card. I don't know, play up to 2. I don't need the thing on it, but I'm not getting another one, so it doesn't matter. Pass on that. And I do want to move them up. Alright, so I can't do any, well, I guess the only existing one is predators. I have only one predator. So I'm going to use this. That way I can do both a partnership as well as get 2 rep. I'll just take the yellow one to cheapen up this guy here. I'm gonna be moving up. I think I'm gonna do this one just in case. Just in case I get some goodies. Taking the 2. So in one more, I'll be able to grab a meeple, and then I can get another meeple that way. Hopefully that will set me up for later. Yeah, I've got money. I don't have any. Well, I kind of want to put the 10 up here, though. Put it up there. Yeah, I think I'm $1 short. I don't want to build a 5 up here, so if there is a break, which there doesn't look like there'll be, yeah, I'm going to have to pass on this. All right, so I'm going to build a 5 enclosure, but I'm going to add an X because I want to put extra stuff out to get me extra income. I'm going to drop a ticket booth here, the pavilion, because it's going to raise up my points. I'll reach the new threshold there. I'll be next to the restaurant for $1, and I'll be next to the kiosk. And I've got 4 X tokens, and I'm picking up a 5th, so this should be pretty safe. This first. And there we go. So I'll be causing the break. I am going to go for the money option because I've got, this guy to pay for, and he's going to be pricey. Also, I'd like to kind of have the cards in range where I can snap something if a green card comes up or something like that. So let's just take money and get a 5th X token for that. And break it is. Alright, so my plan is to drop this guy up there, and then when I can eventually use this, pull him out, so I've got a space for the monkey. This looks like a good card to snap. It gets me 2 points for this card, the Baboon Rock. It gets me back some money. If I spend 4, it'll get me back 3, but it'll also get me back 6 in this guy. And like I said, he makes the 3rd requirement, so I don't need to have this all the way up to 3 or whatever it is. Yeah. All right. That being said, I think I'm just going to do this. I don't have anything I really care to dig. There's nothing up there that people really can't have, so I'm just going to pass on that, and I'm going to draw cards from the kitty, but I may take this one. Actually, I should probably take this one. Yeah, I think eventually I'm only going to take him as well. Would I get a pouching guy? Doesn't really help anything. Okay, that's 2 towards this. I like that one too. I think I want these 2 as well. This is 8 points for $9. I mean, that was 6 plus the 2, and I think I want this. Maybe I can play this here. When I get this guy, I can buy it or whatever. I don't know. I gotta drop this guy, I guess. He's solid too. But I got things I want to play, so let's take this though. I will discard. No, I'll keep him just because. Again, he's more to put out and all that other stuff. Where am I putting this 3 rock though? Maybe I can put that thing here. Put the 3 rock over here. That's what I'm gonna have to do, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna discard, oddly enough, this guy. 13 for 6, or 9 for possibly 8. Huh. I don't need reptiles anymore. I could potentially just use him and, well, I would have to drop that guy then. Interesting dilemma. I still think I'm pouching this guy. Oh. I could free this guy up if I build that, but that doesn't help me with anybody. This is kind of tough. I had all stuff I can use and or want. All stuff I can use, and some of it I want. Yeah, I mean... Let's see. Build it this way. To get down there. Builds only at 2, will be at 3. I won't be able to put out 2 animals regardless. Unless I did him, and maybe I dropped these two. I think that makes more sense. Maybe I put a 2 here and then a 3. And I could do these two guys. Because, I mean, 4 is a tough sell. I don't know that I'm going to make it to 4. Oh, but I'm going to discard one of the things. I'll discard him. I'll stick with the plan I have and see what happens. This guy's worth 6 points when I put him out, and maybe there'll be a nice release for him, or who knows. We really need to find some green cards, though. No more green cards there. All right, turtle. And the helpful guy, which doesn't do a ton for me. I'm going to do this, I think. I'm going to take the only one I can of the partners. I get to build something. I am going to put down the one enclosure. I'm just going to put it over here. I do want something down there, but you know what? I'm going to put it here. Let's drop this guy. And that I'm going to put here. Let's do that. Let's see what we get. This is fine, but I've only got 2 of these things. That would give me a third, and then I could, spend 7 on a few points. But I think I would rather put out maybe a mountain down here. I don't know. I'm just gonna draw them from the deck. This gets me a couple points, and the trigger is on a trade, which I guess I could sell one, but I really need to. I've got this all set up. Oh, I could put it there instead. No, it's good because this has to be the shape of the reptile house. I'm just gonna draw a card from the deck, and hope. The reptile. Okay. We're gonna take 2. It's gonna get us another draw. Come on, green card. And it's a green card. I have only one of these, but I can build another couple. Although I may just want to drop it to get the building. I don't know. Not gonna donate though. It's pretty steep, and I'm really tight on money. All right, I think I'm going to use 4x tokens and just do the large animal. I have $14, which is enough to play the 2 reptiles that I have, so this should be fine. I am wasting an extra X token. My other thought was to take money first, and that way I get to save an X token and spend one less, but may run into problems. I mean, this person could just spitefully end it for us, so I don't want that to happen. Put this down. It's going to go over this $5 spot. So now I have even more money. I do want to move this guy. And this is where he has to come from. And that's the only one. I do not want to donate. I need the money. Alright, I'm going to lower this for an X token, putting my animals up to the spot where I can build 2. It's certainly possible that we hit a snag here, although my guess is he probably wants to get out what other animals he's got before we do a break, but we'll see. Alright, so I've got some options for my snap. Yeah, I won't be able to use him if I take this, though. I'm not just grabbing this guy. After this, well, I'll get an extra another $1. Yeah, I think I'll have enough money. Well, I'll still need to build a 5 enclosure for it, though. I'm going to take it anyway. Maybe just deny somebody else. All right, so I'm going to play my animals. Play them both. This little guy I'm actually going to throw here. So he's next to this. And if somehow I get 5 of these, it'll score me points. I build 1 enclosure for free. Put it here. Get an X token. And play this guy over here. Let's see where my income is. 38, so 43. If I get the green one, this guy's a lot cheaper. I'm just going to take him. And I've got quite a bit of a lead anyway, so should be fine. And there's a reptile. It takes 2, so I can even put him in there. Okay. Oh, yikes. Grab that, huh? I've had a break. This is a good card, certainly early on. I might actually finish, so this may not be terrible. I mean, it's always going to be decent, but it may actually get me something. This guy's at 3. I've got no prospects for any of these. I'm just going to grab the green. I get the green, and that will make this cheaper. So I'm going to just do that. Get me a couple green as well. All right, so 78, 81, 89. All right, that'll be 89. I'll need something else to get me over the hump, as it were. I can't donate. I won't have enough money to put it out, so we're not doing that. All right, so I need to build my enclosure for the elephant. It's got to go by water. Not a problem. Put it there and grab a card. I'm going to take this guy here. Posturing is, how much do I have here? 33, so only 6 left. I could actually play him, and then I could sell this. Not this, this guy. I'm not going to be able to play him any. Well, I'm probably going to play this instead. He's an easy 6. He's only getting me 4 or 5. He's getting me 6 as well, but I need to build a 4 and a 9. Yeah, this one's a little bit better. So I'm going to do that. All right. I think this is better. I can get close to 100 points, but I need a little bit to get over the top. I've got this guy for 3 points, and I can sell these guys for money for 8. Certainly this guy gets me another 11 points. And if I can put this guy down, I can get a bump to get 3 points from this, as well as his normal 6, essentially, with a pouch. So I'm going to just grab some cards. I'm going to dig one of my cards first, because I'm not going to play this card. So let's see what I get instead. Okay. I got a place to put this card. Let's see what we got here. That's 11, 39. I can only get to 37. Oh, but I can sell more. Let's dig this one. Oh, hold on. I get extra points for that one. I don't see myself doing this guy. All right, so I could build, cost me 6, and then I could do this guy and get 12. So I mean, I net good 3. So I think I need to save him. Let's see what we got. Nothing. All right. I'll draw 1. Not gonna play him. No, I'm taking this guy. I don't know if I'm gonna play him or not, but let's just take it on and see what we get. Okay, bunch of crap. I can discard a card. I can get rid of this thing. Now I've got cards to sell with this guy or whatever. I may just build a place for him next. We'll see. I'm going to do some math. All right, so I have done the math, and I need to put this guy up. He's going to be worth 8 with a 2-point bonus from this baboon rock. 8 and 8, 16, and 3 is 19. Plus, as long as I use 1x token, I can bump this up, and it gets up to 22, which puts me up to 100. Now, I can use 2x tokens now, but I don't think that's advisable. I'd rather have the 2 for 2 reasons. If I get a constriction that goes on this, I'll need, well, 2 won't even work. But the other reason is if I get a venom, then I won't be able to do the 2 things. So I'm just going to do the exact here. I'll give up a point. I have a large lead, so hopefully it won't matter. Extra try there. Play 2 animals. Gotta do this guy first. So only 3 cards with the elephant. Get our stuff. And then this guy here. And we'll know what to choose. One of them will be better than the other. All right. Well, I'll take the one that gets me 4 instead of the one that gets me 2. Seems right. The 3-player game that just ended. I did it in 32 turns, a little under average probably. Yeah, not really much to report. I got it to exactly 100, and then I had these 2 guys here, 2 and 4. I got lucky and drew this one from the elephant pool. So overall good, and the others didn't really get rolling too much. But we'll give them a go again.